Hey y'all, welcome back to the party. It is me, your girl, BrittReacts, and today we are reacting to TBT, that's Throwback Thursday if you didn't know. Theo Von, now I'm calling this man Theon. Theo Von, full stand-up. Let's see what he has to say. We're off to a great start when I can't pronounce Theo Von's name properly. Great start.
Obviously, I have a lot of free time on my hands. I was thinking the other day I want to start my own emergency rescue service called Rescue 911. And our motto would be...
Just one?
You really can't help but call us first. I think that's a cute idea. Please don't steal it.
Not cute.
Thank you. Moving on. I think it's funny how people use quotes sometimes when they talk, you know, like, we had a blast. But nobody ever uses other punctuation, you know? Like, you never hear somebody say, hey, Ron, comma, we sure missed you at the church picnic, semicolon.
First of all, I've never heard anyone say, we had a blast. Because I don't know if that, I don't know. That one was, I don't know. Theo, whatever. Secondly, I do say, what do I say? There's like a saying that I say all the time. And why am I drawing a blank? Because pregnancy brain is real. However, comma, but. I say that all the time. I'm always like, however, comma, but. Like, I will throw punctuation out there, Theo. So there are some of us out here who do that. The 911 thing was funny because he's like, before you get to the 911, you just call 91, you know? This seems to be younger Theo, pre-mullet Theo. He's got a Save NOLA shirt on because I have learned that he is from the trenches of Louisiana. That's the Saints symbol, right? Like the football team. Is it saying Save NOLA from the football team? Because I know the football team is not that fantastic. It hasn't been as of late. Anyway, young Theo seems funny. Let's continue.
Your wife is so flexible! Exclamation point. You just never hear that.
I wonder why.
I was thinking, man, if I was a superhero, I would want to be superficial. And they would be like, superficial, a baby just got hit by a bus. And I'd be like, whoa, what was the baby wearing? Oshkosh bagosh? Call me when you got a little victim in Prada.
Oh, you have a little victim in Prada. That's funny. Like, he's superficial. He only cares about superficial things. Is Oshkosh the brand Oshkosh bagosh? Like, is that the whole name? I've actually like worked with Oshkosh before in my agent years, and I don't ever think I've seen it as Oshkosh bagosh. I think it's just Oshkosh. Was it like, did it used to be Oshkosh bagosh? I don't know. That just popped up in my brain.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
A lot of white people in here, huh? You know who you are. Okay?
Right. Call them out. What?
Glow in the dark. I see you. All right. I like white people, man. They're cool, you know, but they're hard.
Why is he talking about white people like he is not of the same color? I don't understand. Why is he talking about them like that?
You. All right. I like white people, man. They're cool, you know, but they're hard to stereotype. Like other cultures, other ethnicities, easier to stereotype, you know? Asian people eat food with sticks, drive like... That's their gimmick, okay?
That's their gimmick?
Mexican
Do they know that?
Build a nativity scene in the dashboard of their car, or teach their kids to beat things with sticks until they get what they want out of them. Like piñatas and tourists.
Tourists?
Black people.
I've never seen... What do you mean a nativity scene in the dash of your car? I've never seen anything like that in my life. Is that real? Like, people do that? That's not real. All right, he's about to talk about black people, so let me put my ear to the wall.
People either dance really well or walk extremely slowly across the street. Hurry up, black people, okay? But I don't blame y'all for walking slow. I go slow too if I had to wait for a little blinking white guy to tell me I could go.
I am the queen of like, I'm not rushing across the street. You can hit me. I have like such a New Yorker mentality when it comes to pedestrians. Like when I'm driving, I do not like someone who will continue to roll when people are driving or walking, pedestrians are walking across. Like my husband does that. And I'm like, stop the car. You don't understand, as someone who is a pedestrian, what kind of anxiety you're giving them by the fact that you won't stop the car. You're like rolling and they're walking across the street. It drives me crazy. But I'm also the pedestrian who is like, please hit me and sign the check at the bottom. Indoors here. I will take my time walking across the street and be jaywalking. Guilty. And if you're a New Yorker, lived in New York for an extended period of time, you are the same. Don't act like you're not. Any major city probably, except for Atlanta. Atlanta has like no pedestrian traffic. It's pathetic. Anyway, this is funny. Also, I dance really well. You're welcome.
I go slow too if I had to wait for a little blinking white guy to tell me I could go. It makes sense, people. I'm just sharing things with you.
With you.
Yes. From the South.
No, Sherlock.
Of it. Lower than the North. Second place in the Civil War.
Second place.
I like the South, man. It's different here than at home, you know, like a tranny was something that shifted gears, you know?
Oh.
Out here, a tranny is someone that's had their gears shifted. Different program. Out here, a heroine is a female character that saves the day. At home, it was something you did with daddy. But what I like best about the South is that everybody has a family member that's been injured by fireworks. This is our boy Bobby. He lost his knuckles to a whirling buster cat.
Your knuckles? I do believe this. I don't know anyone who's lost their anything to a firework, but there's so many people that just like set off fireworks as if it is just the easiest, most safest thing in the world. And most of them are in the South. Actually, all of them. I don't know a single person in New York who has knowingly, to me, set off fireworks. So yeah, I do think that's a more southern people in general just seem to be more risky with their lives. I think we just had so much more time in the South to do risky things. I don't know.
This is our daughter Janie. She lost her virginity to a bottle rocket. Janie couldn't be here, people. Sulfur burns.
Sulfur burns?
I have an interesting family myself. My father was 70 years old when I was born. It's a true story. Yes.
Wow. Someone said wow.
My mother was 32.
Oh, wow.
Basically makes me a stand-up comedian. Or a product of loose skin, loose...
No, for real. Like, when you have a big gap in your parents like that, you have to have, like, tough skin. Like, if you don't turn into a comedian, you're going to turn into, I don't know, a depressed person, because people are going to come for you when they find stuff like that out. And now he's talking about a product of loose skin and something else, and I'm clocking out. I'm going to clock out.
Stand-up comedian. Or a product of loose skin, loose morals, if you look at it like that.
Morals
yeah,
was the other loose thing. Okay.
It's kind of interesting, though, growing up with a dad in his 70s because of, like, the quality time we would spend. Like, shortly after I was born, my dad had one of his strokes, so we were both learning to walk at the same time. We used to have little races for cookies. Soft batch. And we would play games like catch. Or don't.
Or don't.
And my favorite game is Dad sleeping or is he no longer with us? Yeah. Your turn to hold a mirror under his nose.
There's another stand-up comedian. His name is Young DC Fly, and he talks about how his father was also in his 70s when he was born. And he has grand brothers. Like, someone said, oh, you have grand brothers because his brothers were so much older than him. And when I tell you the first time I heard that joke, I laughed for like 20 minutes because that is so disrespectful to say, but also so accurate. Like, how much younger were you than all of your siblings? And also, I just would love to see what both of these fathers looked like in their 70s, because clearly they were in their prime. They weren't shooting blanks. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Your turn to hold a mirror under his nose. Yeah, fiesta. Yeah, it's a blast. And the teacher at school would say, well, Theo, eat all your vegetables. Don't you want to grow up big and strong like your dad? My dad can't turn his neck, and he sits when he pees.
Oh.
I don't know what I want to eat, lady. Don't want to go home. And the kids at school will be like, well, my dad can beat up your dad. No.
Yeah, duh.
Your dad's got more organs than my dad. But my dad used to f your grandmother. Yes, indeed.
That's a comeback. That's a comeback. That, my friends, is how you birth a comedian. That's what I'm saying. Like, he rose from the trenches. He turned the bullying upside down. That's all right. Because my daddy done poked your grandma. I cannot.
Back in the days when they didn't even have protection, when all you wore was hope. Do you have any condoms? Nope, but I have my fingers crossed. Giddy up.
Giddy up.
Those were the days. Yeah, you girls played house, we played assisted living center. You gotta build a bunch of ramps. It's insane. It gets out of hand. And people say to me, like, well, Theo, you shouldn't make fun of your conception. You know?
Can you imagine? Like, guys, let's play house. No. We have to play, like, nursing home instead. That is crazy.
It's out of hand. And people say to me, like, well, Theo, you shouldn't make fun of your conception. You know, you were that lucky sperm.
We all were.
Sperm. I shot out of a 70-year-old cannon, cuz. I was the only sperm. I had a walker.
One of one.
I saw one other skeleton of a sperm wearing a vote for Lyndon B. Johnson button. That's not an orgasm, that's musket fire.
I can't.
Serious. Diddly do.
Diddly do.
A lot of ladies in here tonight, a couple at least, huh? Nice. I like girls, man, like all kinds, big, small, sleeping. Okay. Dated a lazy-eyed girl for a little while. Hell of a skeet shooter. All right.
This is the beginning of Theo Unhinged. Like, this is it. Like, the stand-up. What are you talking about?
Lazy-eyed girl for a little while. Hell of a skeet shooter. All right. Chill out. God. What gets me about ladies nowadays, though, and guys back me up on this, is they don't cook anymore, okay? I date, I'm hungry, all right?
I date, I'm hungry, all right?
Thoughts on it, ladies. If God didn't want you to cook, then why did he naturally put milk and eggs in your body? Ingredients.
Ingredients.
Make a grand...
He's not wrong, though. I mean, think about it. He's, like, not fully incorrect. I'm a great cook, by the way, but you'll never find out.
Or body. Ingredients. You ladies make a grand slam breakfast. And don't be bitching when I bring syrup in the bedroom.
Fun fact, I don't like syrup. I think it's so gross. Just give me some honey or something. Syrup is like, I don't know, the smell of it. No thanks. Yeah, I mean, he's funny. But we all knew he was funny. He's ridiculous. His stand-up was funny. I was kind of like not sure. I wasn't sure. I don't know why, but I wasn't sure. But I'm a believer of Theo Von stand-up. Let me know what other stand-up there is out there I should be watching of his. And in the meantime, go and have the day you deserve. Peace.